Hey Sagittarius, I just pulled cards for you, and honestly, what came through is something I need to share immediately, because the energy here is absolutely remarkable. I have been doing readings for years, and sometimes you get those spreads where everything just clicks into place, where the universe seems to be spelling something out so clearly that you cannot ignore it. And this is one of those moments. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, because we are going deep into what the cosmos has lined up for you. And trust me, you are going to want to hear every single detail of this. Let me start with the first card I pulled, which is the Ace of Swords. And when this card showed up, I actually had to pause for a second, because the timing of this is so significant. The Ace of Swords is all about that breakthrough moment, that instant when suddenly everything that has been confusing or unclear just snaps into perfect focus. You know those moments when you have been trying to figure something out for weeks or months, turning it over in your mind, looking at it from every possible angle, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, the answer just appears, and you wonder how you did not see it before. That is what this card is bringing to you. This is about mental clarity on a level you have not experienced in a while, and I am talking about the kind of clarity that changes everything. This is not just understanding something intellectually. This is that deep knowing that settles into your bones and shifts your entire perspective. The Ace of Swords cuts through all the noise, all the distractions, all the confusion that might have been clouding your judgment, and it brings you this crystal clear vision of what you need to do next. For you, Sagittarius, this card is especially powerful because your sign is all about seeking truth and understanding, about that philosophical quest for meaning, and this ace is handing you a key to unlock doors you did not even know existed. What I am seeing here is that there has been something you have been circling around, maybe a decision you have been putting off, or a situation you have been trying to make sense of, and the universe is about to hand you the clarity you need on a silver platter. This breakthrough is not going to be subtle either. It is going to hit you like lightning, sudden and illuminating. And once you have this clarity, there is no going back to the old way of seeing things. The energy of the Ace of Swords is also telling me that this clarity comes with a sense of empowerment. Because when you finally see the truth of a situation, when you cut through all the illusions and get to the heart of what is really going on, you suddenly have power you did not have before. Knowledge is power, and this card is bringing you knowledge that sets you free. I am seeing that this might be related to a situation where you felt stuck or uncertain, where you were not sure which direction to take or what the right move was. And this new understanding is going to make the path forward so obvious that you will wonder why you struggled with it for so long. The sword energy is sharp and decisive. It does not mess around with maybes or uncertainties. It cuts straight to the truth, and that is exactly what you are getting. This could manifest in different areas of your life depending on where you have been needing clarity. It might be about a relationship where you suddenly understand the dynamics that have been playing out, or a career situation where you finally see the strategy you need to pursue, or even something more personal about your own patterns and behaviors that you are now able to recognize clearly. Whatever it is, this Ace of Swords is your signal that confusion is ending and clarity is beginning, and that shift is going to feel incredibly liberating. Now, the second card that came through is the Page of Wands, and oh my goodness, the combination of these first two cards is already painting such an exciting picture. After that breakthrough clarity from the Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands is showing me that you are going to be inspired to take action in a completely new direction. The Page of Wands is that spark of enthusiasm, that childlike excitement when you discover something new and you cannot wait to explore it. This is the energy of adventure, of trying things you have never tried before, of saying yes to opportunities that feel fresh and different. For Sagittarius, this energy is like coming home, because your sign thrives on exploration and new experiences. And this page is bringing you an invitation to step into something that lights you up inside. What I love about this card is that it is not about having everything figured out or being an expert. It is about being willing to be a beginner, to approach something with curiosity and openness, rather than needing to have all the answers right away. This suggests that after your Ace of Swords breakthrough, you are going to feel inspired to pursue something new. and the universe is encouraging you to follow that inspiration, even if you feel like you are starting from scratch. The Page of Wands often appears when there is a new project, a new passion, or a new direction calling to you, something that makes you feel alive and excited about what is possible. I am getting the sense that this might be something creative or expressive, something where you get to show a side of yourself that maybe has been dormant for a while. Pages in tarot are messengers. They bring news and opportunities. And the wand suit is all about passion and creativity and taking bold action. So this page is bringing you news of an opportunity to do something that really resonates with your soul. This could be a new hobby that unexpectedly turns into something more, or a side project that starts capturing your attention in a big way, or even a shift in your career where you get to bring more of your authentic self into what you do. The key thing about the Page of Wands is the willingness to experiment and play, to not take things too seriously at first, but just follow what interests you and see where it leads. For you, Sagittarius, this is about reconnecting with that sense of adventure and possibility that makes life feel worth living. You are being encouraged to be brave enough to try something new, even if you do not know where it will go, even if other people might think it is impractical or unrealistic. The page does not care about being practical. The page cares about following passion and enthusiasm, and that is exactly what you need to do right now. The third card I pulled is the Five of Cups. And I know when people see this card, they sometimes get nervous because it is traditionally associated with disappointment or loss. But let me tell you what I am seeing in this context, because it is actually really important for your journey. The Five of Cups shows up when there has been some kind of loss or disappointment, when things did not turn out the way you hoped they would, and there is a natural process of grief or sadness that comes with that. But here is the thing about this card that a lot of people miss. It is not just about the loss. It is about what you do with that experience. In the traditional image of this card, there is a figure looking at 3 spilled cups, mourning what has been lost, but behind them are 2 cups still standing, that they are not seeing yet, because they are so focused on what went wrong. This card is about that moment when you realize that yes, something did not work out. Yes, there was disappointment, but that does not mean everything is lost. This is about shifting your focus from what is gone to what is still available, from what failed to what is still possible. For you, Sagittarius, I am seeing that there has been something that did not go according to plan. Maybe a goal you were working toward that fell through, or a relationship that ended, or a dream that did not materialize the way you envisioned, and you have been processing that disappointment. The Five of Cups is validating that disappointment. It is saying, yes, that was real, your feelings about it are real, and it is okay to feel sad about it. But this card showing up now, in this spread with all this other powerful energy, is also saying that it is time to start turning around and seeing those 2 cups that are still standing. It is time to recognize that while one door closed, other doors are still open. And in fact, those other doors might lead to something even better than what you lost. I am seeing that this disappointment, whatever it was, has actually been preparing you for something new, clearing space in your life for the opportunities that are coming. Sometimes we hold on so tightly to how we think things should be that we cannot see the new possibilities that are trying to come in. And the Five of Cups is about loosening that grip on what is gone and opening your hands to receive what is next. The breakthrough clarity from the Ace of Swords is going to help you see this situation in a new light. You are going to understand why that disappointment happened and how it actually serves your higher path. And that understanding is going to help you release any lingering grief or resentment you have been carrying. This card is also reminding you that moving forward does not mean forgetting what you lost or pretending it did not matter. It means honoring what that experience taught you while refusing to let it define your future. The fourth card that came through is the Ace of Cups. And wow, after that Five of Cups, this is such a beautiful and healing energy to receive. The Ace of Cups is all about new emotional beginnings, about opening your heart again after it has been closed, about allowing love and joy and connection to flow into your life in fresh ways. This is the card of emotional renewal, of filling your cup back up after it has been emptied, and it is showing me that there is a beautiful new chapter opening up for you in your emotional world. After processing the disappointment from the Five of Cups, After releasing what did not work out, you are creating space for something genuinely wonderful to enter your life. The Ace of Cups can represent new love, but it is not limited to romantic love. It can also be about deepening friendships, reconnecting with family in meaningful ways, or even falling in love with life itself again. What I am seeing for you is that there is a softness and openness coming back to your heart, a willingness to be vulnerable and let people in again. And this openness is going to attract beautiful experiences and connections into your life. The universe is basically saying, you have done the hard work of processing your disappointment, and you have learned from it. And now you get to receive the gifts that come from that growth. The Ace of Cups also speaks to creative and spiritual fulfillment. It is that feeling of being filled up from the inside, of having your cup overflow with inspiration and purpose and meaning. For you, Sagittarius, this card is especially significant because your sign is always searching for meaning and purpose. You need to feel like your life matters and that you are contributing something valuable to the world, and this ace is bringing you that sense of fulfillment you have been craving. I am seeing that this might manifest as a deep sense of contentment and peace that you have not felt in a while, a feeling that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing, connected to exactly who you are supposed to be connected to. This is not about forcing anything or making anything happen. This is about being in a state of receptivity and allowing good things to come to you naturally. The Cup suit is the suit of emotions and intuition. So the Ace of Cups is also telling me that your intuition is going to be especially strong during this time. You are going to have clear gut feelings about people and situations, and you need to trust those feelings because they are guiding you toward what is right for you. This new emotional beginning might feel gentle and quiet. It is not necessarily dramatic or intense, but it is deeply satisfying and healing, and it is setting a new foundation for how you experience love and connection moving forward. The fifth card in your spread is the Seven of Wands, and this card is bringing in some interesting energy that tells me you are going to need to stand firm in your convictions as these changes unfold. The Seven of Wands is about defending your position, about standing up for what you believe in, even when other people question or challenge you. This card shows up when you are facing opposition or competition, when you need to prove yourself or protect what you have worked hard to achieve. For you, Sagittarius, this is telling me that as you pursue this new direction, as you follow the inspiration from the Page of Wands and open your heart with the Ace of Cups, there might be people who do not understand what you are doing or who try to discourage you from following your path. The Seven of Wands is saying that you need to be prepared to defend your choices and stick to your guns even when it feels uncomfortable. This does not mean being aggressive or confrontational. It means having the courage of your convictions and not backing down just because someone else thinks you should do things differently. Your sign tends to be pretty independent and confident in your beliefs, but sometimes when we are venturing into new territory, when we are trying something that is outside the norm or that goes against what is expected of us, we can start to doubt ourselves when other people express skepticism. The Seven of Wands is your reminder that you know what is right for you better than anyone else does, and you do not need anyone else's permission or approval to follow your path. I am seeing that this opposition might come from well-meaning people, maybe family members or friends who care about you and think they are looking out for your best interests, but who do not understand the bigger picture of what you are trying to create. They might worry that you are being impractical or taking unnecessary risks, and their concern might make you second-guess yourself momentarily. But this card is telling you to hold your ground, to trust your own judgment and your own vision, because you can see things that they cannot see. You have clarity from the Ace of Swords that they do not have, and you need to honor that clarity even when it means standing alone. The Seven of Wands also suggests that you are in a strong position, that you have the high ground, so to speak, which means you have advantages and resources that you might not be fully recognizing. This could be skills or knowledge or connections that give you an edge in pursuing what you want. And this card is encouraging you to leverage those advantages and not be intimidated by challenges or competition. You have what it takes to succeed in what you are pursuing, but you need to be willing to fight for it, to persist even when things get difficult, to keep pushing forward when it would be easier to give up. Now, the sixth card that appeared is the Four of Cups, and this one is really interesting in this context because it speaks to a certain restlessness or dissatisfaction that might be present beneath the surface. The Four of Cups traditionally shows someone who is feeling bored or uninspired by the options in front of them. They have blessings and opportunities available, but they are not seeing them because they are lost in their own thoughts or focused on what is missing rather than what is present. For you, Sagittarius, this card is showing me that there might be a part of you that has been feeling stuck in a rut, going through the motions without feeling truly engaged or excited about your day-to-day life. This is that feeling of knowing intellectually that you have things to be grateful for, but emotionally not connecting with that gratitude because something feels off or incomplete. The Four of Cups can also represent contemplation and introspection, taking time to look inward and figure out what you really want, rather than just accepting whatever is offered to you. In your spread, I am seeing this card as representing a period of questioning and soul-searching that you have been going through, where you have been asking yourself the big questions about what you want your life to look like and whether you are on the right path. This introspective phase has been necessary. It has helped you clarify what matters to you and what does not, what lights you up and what drains you. But this card showing up now is also telling me that this period of contemplation is coming to an end. The universe is getting ready to offer you something new, something that is going to pull you out of this restless dissatisfaction and get you excited about life again. But you need to be willing to see it when it arrives. The Four of Cups warns against being so caught up in what you think you want that you miss what the universe is actually offering you, which might be different from what you expected, but potentially even better. For you, this means being open to opportunities that do not fit the exact picture you had in your mind, being willing to say yes to things that surprise you or that take you in an unexpected direction. I am seeing that the breakthrough from the Ace of Swords is going to help you snap out of this Four of Cups energy. It is going to wake you up and help you see the possibilities that have been sitting right in front of you all along. And once you see them clearly, you are going to wonder how you missed them before. This card is also reminding you not to take your blessings for granted, to look around and recognize what is already good in your life, even as you reach for more. Because gratitude for what you have is what creates the energetic space for more good things to flow in. The seventh card in your reading is the Knight of Cups, and this is where things get really romantic and dreamy in the best possible way. The Knight of Cups is the ultimate romantic, the one who follows their heart and pursues their dreams with passion and dedication. This knight is all about emotional quests, about going after what makes your soul sing, about being willing to be idealistic and believe in beauty and love and magic, even in a world that often feels cynical and harsh. For you, Sagittarius, this card is so aligned with your natural energy because your sign is all about chasing dreams and believing in possibilities, and this knight is bringing you an opportunity to do exactly that. I am seeing that this could manifest in a few different ways. It might be about a romantic relationship where there is deep emotional connection and genuine care, where someone shows up for you in thoughtful and meaningful ways. Or it might be about pursuing a dream or passion project with your whole heart, throwing yourself into something you care about without holding back. The Knight of Cups is charming and creative. They know how to make things beautiful and meaningful. They bring art and poetry and romance into everything they do. And this energy is coming into your life to remind you that life does not have to be all about practicality and responsibility. It can also be about beauty and feeling and emotional richness. What I love about this knight showing up for you is that it follows the contemplative Four of Cups, which suggests that after a period of feeling disconnected or uninspired, you are going to rediscover your capacity for enthusiasm and emotional investment. The Knight of Cups is going to help you remember what it feels like to be excited about something, to feel that flutter of anticipation and hope, to let yourself be swept up in the beauty of a moment or an experience. This card is also about following your intuition and your emotional truth. The Knight does not make decisions based on logic or strategy. They follow what feels right in their heart, and that is what you need to do right now. Trust your feelings, trust your desires, trust that voice inside you that knows what you really want, even when it does not make rational sense. The Knight of Cups can also represent a person coming into your life, someone who embodies these romantic and idealistic qualities, someone who sees the beauty in you and reflects it back to you, someone who inspires you to be more open and vulnerable. Whether this is a romantic partner or a creative collaborator or just a friend who reminds you of what is possible, this person is going to have a significant impact on you. They are going to help you see yourself and your life in a new light, and their presence is going to feel like a gift from the universe. The 8th card is the King of Swords, and this is bringing such powerful mental and strategic energy into your reading. After all this emotional and intuitive energy from the Cups and Wands, the King of Swords is showing me that you are also going to need to bring your sharp mind and clear thinking to the table. The King of Swords is the master of logic and reason. They can see through nonsense and get straight to the truth. They make decisions based on facts and evidence rather than wishful thinking, and they communicate with clarity and authority. For you, Sagittarius, this card is telling me that while it is important to follow your heart and your intuition, you also need to balance that with strategic thinking and careful planning. This king represents your ability to step back from emotional reactions and look at situations objectively, to analyze what is really going on and make smart decisions based on that analysis. I am seeing that this energy is going to be especially important as you navigate the changes and opportunities that are coming. Because while the Knight of Cups might tempt you to dive in head first without thinking things through, the King of Swords is reminding you to do your due diligence, to ask the hard questions to make sure that what looks good on the surface actually holds up under scrutiny. The King of Swords also represents intellectual mastery and expertise. They have spent years developing their knowledge and skills in a particular area, and they are now recognized as an authority in their field. For you, this suggests that your own knowledge and expertise are going to be valuable assets moving forward. You have wisdom and understanding that others will recognize and respect, and you should not be shy about claiming your authority and speaking your truth. This king is also excellent at communication. They know how to articulate complex ideas in ways that others can understand. They are persuasive without being manipulative. They can negotiate and advocate for themselves effectively. This tells me that you are going to need to use your communication skills strategically, whether that is in negotiating a better situation for yourself, expressing your needs clearly in relationships, or sharing your ideas and vision with others in a way that gets them on board. The combination of the King of Swords with the Ace of Swords earlier in your reading is powerful. It shows that you are moving into a phase of exceptional mental clarity and intellectual power. You are going to be sharp and focused and able to cut through confusion like never before. This is a time to trust your mind, to value your rational thinking alongside your intuitive knowing, to make decisions that are both emotionally satisfying and logically sound. The 9th card in your spread is the Moon, and this major arcana card brings in some deeper, more mysterious energy that adds another layer to your reading. The Moon is all about the subconscious, about the parts of ourselves and our situations that we cannot see clearly, about intuition and dreams and the hidden currents that move beneath the surface of our conscious awareness. This card shows up when things are not quite what they seem, when there is more going on than meets the eye, when we need to trust our instincts even when we cannot logically explain why we feel a certain way. For you, Sagittarius, the Moon is telling me that as all these changes unfold, as you pursue new opportunities and open yourself to new connections, you need to stay attuned to your intuitive guidance, because not everything is going to be obvious or clear-cut. There might be situations where the surface appearance does not match the deeper reality, where you need to read between the lines and pay attention to subtle signals and your own gut reactions. The Moon also represents the journey through uncertainty, through those times when we do not have all the answers, and we have to navigate by feel rather than by map. And this can be uncomfortable for people who like clarity and certainty, but it is also where the real magic happens. The Moon is asking you to be comfortable with not knowing everything, with sitting in the mystery and trusting that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. This card also speaks to your dream life and your imagination, to the creative and visionary parts of you that can see beyond current reality into what is possible. For you, this is about tapping into your vision for what you want to create, letting yourself dream big without censoring those dreams as too unrealistic or impractical, because those dreams contain important information about what your soul is calling you toward. The moon can also warn about illusions and self-deception, about seeing what we want to see rather than what is actually there. So you need to be careful not to project your wishes onto situations or people and end up disappointed when reality does not match your fantasy. This is where the balance with the King of Swords becomes really important. You need to use both your intuition and your rational thinking, both your emotional knowing and your logical analysis, to navigate situations wisely. The moon is also connected to the ebb and flow of emotional cycles, to recognizing that our feelings and energy levels change like the phases of the moon, and not fighting against that natural rhythm, but working with it. For you, this means being gentle with yourself when you are in a low energy or contemplative phase, trusting that the energy will return when the time is right, and not forcing yourself to be productive or outgoing all the time. The final card in your reading is the Nine of Pentacles. And I cannot think of a more beautiful card to wrap up this spread because it represents everything you have been working toward coming to fruition. The Nine of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency and abundance, about reaping the rewards of your efforts, about standing in your own power and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This card shows someone who has created a beautiful life for themselves through their own hard work and dedication, someone who is independent and capable and comfortable in their own skin. For you, Sagittarius, this is the promise at the end of this journey. This is where all these other cards are leading you. After the breakthrough clarity of the Ace of Swords, after pursuing the new passions from the Page of Wands, after processing disappointment with the Five of Cups and opening your heart with the Ace of Cups, after defending your path with the Seven of Wands and breaking out of stagnation with the Four of Cups, after following your heart with the Knight of Cups and using your mind with the King of Swords, after trusting your intuition through uncertainty with the Moon, you arrive at this place of accomplishment and abundance represented by the Nine of Pentacles. This is telling me that all the work you are doing now, all the challenges you are facing, and the changes you are navigating, they are building towards something really wonderful, toward a life that feels rich and satisfying and authentically yours. The Nine of Pentacles speaks to financial stability and material comfort. It suggests that your practical needs are going to be well taken care of, that you are creating security for yourself through your own efforts and decisions. But it is about so much more than just money. It is about that deep sense of satisfaction that comes from knowing you have built something real and valuable, that you have created a life that reflects your values and brings you joy. This card shows independence and self-reliance, which for you, Sagittarius, is so important because your sign values freedom above almost everything else. You need to know that you can take care of yourself and make your own choices without being dependent on anyone else. The Nine of Pentacles is confirming that you are moving toward greater independence and autonomy, that you are building the skills and resources and confidence that allow you to live life on your own terms. This card also speaks to enjoying the present moment, to taking time to appreciate the beauty around you, to savor the good things in your life rather than always rushing toward the next goal. The figure in the Nine of Pentacles is often shown in a garden, surrounded by abundance and beauty. And that image is inviting you to cultivate your own garden, to create spaces and experiences in your life that nourish your soul and bring you pleasure. This is about quality of life, about making choices that prioritize your well-being and happiness, about recognizing that you deserve good things and allowing yourself to receive them. So Sagittarius, when I look at this entire spread together, what I am seeing is a powerful journey of transformation and growth that is unfolding for you. You are moving from confusion to clarity, from disappointment to new beginnings, from doubt to confidence, from struggle to success. The universe is supporting you every step of the way, giving you exactly what you need when you need it, even if it does not always feel that way in the moment. This is your time to be brave, to follow your heart and your intuition, to trust yourself and your path even when others question it, to stay open to the magic and possibility that life has to offer. The combination of sword energy for mental clarity, Wand energy for passion and action, Cup energy for emotional fulfillment, and Pentacle energy for material abundance shows that you are creating success across all areas of your life. This is holistic growth and transformation. The presence of the moon tells me that this is not going to be a straightforward linear path. There will be times of uncertainty and confusion, times when you have to trust and keep moving forward even when you cannot see where you are going. But those times of darkness are when the deepest growth happens, when you develop faith in yourself and in the universe. Everything is coming together for you in ways that might surprise you, in ways that you could not have predicted or planned, and that is actually the beauty of it. You are being invited to let go of trying to control every detail and instead trust in the unfolding, to show up fully and do your part while also allowing the universe to do its part. The gold and honey that are going to rain down, they come from this combination of your own efforts and the universe's support, from you being willing to do the work while also staying open to receive the gifts that come your way. You are going to look back on this time and recognize it as a major turning point, as the moment when everything shifted and you stepped into a new version of yourself and your life. So keep going, stay open, trust yourself, and get ready for the abundance and joy that are on their way to you.